this video, I'll be discussing the Division 4 Code Forces contest. First question A. Sum of round numbers. So in this question, you have been given that a integer is called round if its first digit is non-zero number and other odd digits should be zero. That is, only the first digit should be non-zero and others should be always zero. And if a number or an integer contains only one digit, then it is also known as round number. So in this question, you will be given one n, and you have to represent n as the sum of round numbers by using the minimum terms as much possible as you can. So let's see how to approach this type of question. What are the test cases given in this question? You have been given 5009. So how would you represent this number? 5009 can be represented as 5000 plus 9. That is, you will require two terms of round number to represent this number. 7 can be represented by only 7. That is, you will require only one minimum term of round number to represent 7. 9876 can be represented as 9000 plus 800 plus 70 plus 6. That is, you will require minimum of 4 terms to represent this number. 10,000 can be represented as itself because it's already round. 10 is also represented as 10 because it's already round. So you verify that if a number is already a rounded number, then you do not need to do anything. You will print as it is. But if the number is not round number, then you need to do some little tricks. So let's check what that is. So if you want to represent 9876, what you observe that you will first need 9 and other terms should always be 0. That is, it will form 9000. Then you will require 8, then other term should be 0 to make it a round number. Then you'll require 7, then other term should be 0, that is 70, and for 6 only 6 is left. So you check that the number of non-zero digits present in a number should always be the minimum terms you require to make that number by adding the rounded number. Let's check how can we retrieve a digit from the given number. We will use modulo operation. Those who don't know what modulo operation is, simply that if you divide y with m, it will give you remainder. What will be the remainder when you divide y with m? So if you divide 9876 mod 10, what will be the remainder? Remainder should be 6. So in this case, you will always get the last digit of the number as a remainder when you mod it with 10. So we will first mod it with 10, we will get 6. Then we will divide whole number by 10 to reduce that 6. Then if we again take its modulo, we will get 7. Then we will divide it again by 10 and take modulo again, then we will 8. We will get 8, and likewise we will get 9. So we will get every digit one by one by taking modulo and dividing that number by 10. Now the number of zeros that the digit should be multiplied is its place in the number. What I mean by that, 6 is in its ones place, so 6 should be multiplied by 1. 7 is it in 10th place, so 7 should be multiplied by 10. 8 is present in 100th place, so 8 should be multiplied by 100. 9th is in 1000th place, so 9 should be multiplied by 1000. So how to calculate that we will see in coding part, and we will store all these number one by one in our given vector and simply print out its size and all the element to get our resulted answer. So let's quickly review our coding part. Here I have initialized one t variable to handle the test cases. It will take input for test cases, and while loop will run until all our test cases are calculated. I have created n for taking the input of the number. I have created one vector. You can also create array if you don't know how to use vector, but vector is quite efficient in this type of questions where you do not need to have the size of the vector in advance. I will initialize one I variable that will give me what is the current place of that digit. That is, for 6 it will give me 1, for 7 it will give me 10, for 8 it will give me 100, for 9 it will give me 1000, likewise. So while my n is greater than 0, that is while my this number is greater than 0, I will run this loop again and again. I will check if my number modulo 10, that is the digit I will get in this term of loop, is it greater than 0? If it is greater than 0, then I need to push back this digit into I. What we have seen here, if we get this digit 6, then we need to multiply with its place. So I have done this simply here by using this statement. Then we will divide that number by 10 so that our number can be reduced now to 987. Then we will get 7, likewise 8, and likewise 9. So after running this loop, why I have used this statement, this if statement here, if my number modulo 10 is equals to 0, then we need not to push anything in our vector for that number, because as you see in this case 9804, you need to only push back 9000 plus 800 plus 4. This place doesn't count anything because it's already 0. So only those digits which are non-zero need to be pushed back into the vector. Then we simply printed its size, and I have used one for loop, simple for loop, to iterate over all the values of vector and print it out, and we get our answer like this. And you can verify here in this output that all our answer are perfect. 5000, 9, 5000, 6 plus 70 plus 800 plus 9000, 1000, 4 plus 800 plus 9000. So we get our perfect result likewise.